Hello, everybody, and welcome to another commentary for Shen. And I wanted to demonstrate kind of what you do in a situation where the lane is kind of against you, as in against you in terms of matchups. Because as some of you might know, Vlad is kind of a somewhat difficult matchup for Shen to go up against, especially once Vlad hits level 7 and onwards. Just because of the fact that Vlad can put out some pretty consistent burst damage out with his Q, and overall you're going to be kind of hurting if you take too many trades. I played a little wrong early game. As Shen, you definitely, now that I've played the matchup a few times, you definitely want to be as aggressive as you can be early game, because otherwise you're just going to lose your lane. Uh, Honestly, you need to put on as much pressure as you can, because uh, Vlad is very weak-ish early on, and if you just let him get free harass on you, you're going to be hurting quite a bit. So, let's just fast forward through this. Not much to see here. Minions have not spawned yet, and I'm just guarding our red, making sure nobody goes after it, even though I'm fairly positive that nobody would. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through here, wait for Vlad to come by, trade in on him a little bit. In the end, actually, we end up going even-ish. I end up burning one of his potions pretty early. That's going to give me a little bit of an early advantage. However, it looks like this Vlad started cloth potion. So I mean cloth and 5 potions. So my damage with auto attacks is not going to be as high. Good on his part. He's not going to get that much vision early, but the thing is, a Nautilus that ganks too early can't really do much. However, once I knew that I hit level 2 here, I definitely should have gone in on him as quickly as possible, because he only had one ability that he could use on me. Another thing is that the more he harasses me like this, the less CS he gets. So it's kind of the same with me, but I'm definitely trying to assert myself in this lane as much as I can. We're kind of even right now, just because he started 5 cloth and 5 potion. But other than that, I think I would have been perfectly fine. Gragas ends up getting a kill on Zed right there, and it looks like they're about to kill Maokai. And I was gonna go help them, but it looked like they had it under control, so I decided it was best for me to just keep my presence up here instead. This game I'm gonna go a little bit of a different build. I don't recall if I got a Sunfire Cape this game, but if I guess if I remember correctly, I decided not to get it just because of the fact that Sunfire Cape. I mean, Sunfire Cape's a good pushing item, but Vlad's gonna push me out anyway, and yes, getting more health does counter Vlad. If you recall me saying in my Vlad commentary quite a few videos ago. I keep going back like this because I don't want Vlad to trade in on me. Luckily for him, he keeps on thinking that I beat or whatever, so he keeps randomly using his cooldowns. At this rate, though, I do use my shield to make sure that he doesn't get the damage in on me that he wants. And his cooldown on his Q actually is decently high, to the point where he can't really trade in on me without me harassing him back. So him doing that actually hurt him quite a bit. I go ahead and back off though, so he doesn't get any free damage on me and I don't lose the trade. However, that's going to be kind of... I'm going to kind of scrub it up a little bit and miss my shield a few times on his Q, and it's imperative in this matchup that you don't, because otherwise this kind of thing can happen and you can be shoved into a corner. I am kind of missing a few last hits, but if you can do that and just sacrifice a little bit of gold and make sure that you live a little bit longer, you're better off doing that. And also due to the fact that I have like one more potion, I just decide to stay in a little bit longer. The only time I decide to kind of go back and in general is when I Give me a second, and I go ahead and get a little greedy on this Vlad. Good on him for hitting a minion instead of me, because it would have been wasted if he had tried to go in on me like that. I should have saved my shield. That was really bad on me. Now I have to stay back a little bit longer and not farm. But yeah, generally the Shen Vlad matchup is only as hard as you make it. If you know the matchup as well as I do right now, because this was actually one of the first matchups I'd played against Vlad as Shen, so I didn't exactly know specifically the mechanics. I was just kind of learning it. But definitely you don't want to miss the shields whenever he decides to Q you. And again, really bad on me for missing that one right there. This Vlad's free farming and there's not much I can do about it. All I can do is farm the best I can, and go ahead and shield that. I didn't see Nautilus coming, so unfortunately I didn't get to do anything right there. And right there, he decides to fight me for whatever reason instead of just continuing to try to run away, because all of our CC had been burned. Wait, let me see. Yeah, never mind. He would have died to Nautilus's ultimate if he'd tried to run away. So I think he figured he might as well do as much damage as he could before he left. I go ahead and want to push this, but then I see Maokai. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. So I go ahead and use my E to back off. Figure I don't want to overstay my welcome and squander the lead I already have. So let's fast forward through this. I'm going to go ahead and back right now. Get quite a bit of magic resist because I don't want Vlad the Bro to go ahead and trade in on me that much. I have a Kindle gem now, meaning I have higher cooldown reduction, which also means that I have my shield up more often. However, it's a little unfortunate because he got a little bit of trade in on me. Vlad at this point does a little bit more damage, and right there the Vlad decides to pool on me for some reason, and I should have just not even tried to trade in on him there. Should have just let him back off right there, and he would have traded in on himself. Meaning, let me explain there. I mean, as in, like, if you pool, you take a percentage of your health away. So if I had just let him walk away, I would have ended up having more health than him. And then he would have had to play it more cautiously in terms of trading with me again. And it would have secured my lead even further. However, now, unfortunately for me, I can't really do any much to this Vlad without risk of dying. Knowing Vlad, he probably had his ultimate cooldown up right about now, so I was really hesitant to go in on him because I knew he could probably kill me, and I didn't. Last thing I wanted was for Vlad to have a kill because he was already crushing me in lane as it was. Yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and sugarcoat it. He was kind of crushing me because that's kind of what Vlad does if you don't camp him. I missed my taunt for some stupid reason, but luckily for me I didn't end up needing it. Right here, I go ahead and use my Q there. Unfortunately, Gragas took too many tower hits and we couldn't get much out of that. Fortunately for us, Nautilus used his ultimate, so Caitlyn didn't end up getting away for free. I had to... excuse me, I'm sorry guys. Got up a little early, so I'm a little tired. I've got double buffs now because I killed their jungler, and what I should have done is I should have just backed there because I didn't have like any health, and I'm going ahead and walking away because I knew that Vlad probably couldn't kill me with just his ultimate. I go ahead and taunt like this. It's never a good idea to dive Shen unless you know you can kill him. So, going ahead and doing a little bit of an outplay there. I knew that Maokai was probably not coming up here, and if he was, he'd be just as stupid as his counterpart. So, I go ahead and just burn down that minion wave a little bit. I'm getting a little greedy, since I know that Vlad is not around, and I also know that Maokai was just seen mid, and that Zed is still in mid as well. So nobody's coming for me, so I feel confident enough to do this. So now I'm going to go ahead and back, because
I don't want to die to Vlad when he comes back to lane. So, going ahead and backing there. I don't recall what I get. Oh, I get Merc Treads, and unfortunately I didn't have my ultimate up, so I couldn't save Gragas, but luckily for us, this Nautilus is doing a lot of work. Needless to say, he was carrying us pretty hard this game. Not to say that any of us were doing that badly, but geez, this Nautilus was pretty silly. I'll go ahead and say that much. And at this point, I'm going ahead and just last hitting with Q and my auto attacks. And since this guy doesn't have any magic resist, I'm going ahead and just trading in on him with. Well, he's trading back, and that's good on him. But at this point, we're evening up in strength, and pretty soon I'm going to surpass him just because of how much magic resist I get. Even then, Vlad is still quite an annoying opponent to fight, even with a lot of health, because of the fact that he can just keep on using his Q over and over again on you. However, as I said, he's not getting that much CS just because of the fact that he just keeps on like randomly trading with me. He should have like 80 CS or something like right about now, but thing is, he's missing a lot, but so am I. Like that's the one thing that he knows that he can sacrifice is the fact that he knows he can sacrifice a bit of CS just because of the fact that I'm losing all the trades pretty much, and I'm also missing a lot of CS. So really, there's not a whole lot that I can do in this situation, just because Vlad's going to push a lot more than I can. Right about now, I'm going to go ahead and back off and get an item or two, and I'm also watching around my top lane because I know they're sticking around for something. I don't know why they are. They're wasting a lot of time, but I feel like Nautilus can pretty much escape from any situation right now because he's got his hook. He can hook to the tower and escape pretty easily. They know that they're wasting time, so they go ahead and back off. If they had stayed a little bit longer, then I would have ulted in and then just wrecked their shit. So I think they knew that, so they went ahead and backed off. Anyway, I'm going ahead and I'm about to ward around there, but I noticed that my ward still hasn't... Actually, I don't have a ward. What am I smoking? Sorry guys, that was my phone. I recently got a new one, and let's get back on topic here. This Vlad still hasn't built like any AP. I don't know what he's doing, not building any items. And this rate, I should have just like not even tried to trade in on him that much. I mean, he can still like crush my health just even if I have this lone Kindle gem. I'm gonna have to build a Warmogs to make sure that I can sustain even more than I already am. Like against Vlad as Shen, it's like almost imperative that you get Warmogs just because of the fact that you're not going to match his sustain if you don't. Unless you can really get the timing of your Qs down, like, I mean not your Qs, your shields down like immediately. This guy keeps trying to like trade on me, and I don't know what his deal is, but now Nautilus is coming again. And unfortunately for me, I reacted way too slow, and unfortunately he didn't wait to hook until Vlad had pooled. I also didn't anticipate that he'd have the hook back, I mean his pool back up that quickly, but it turns out this guy's got a little bit of cooldown reduction. So, anyway, excuse me again, sorry guys. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this. And we go ahead and taunt, flash taunt there. Unfortunately, Vlad gets the shutdown, but Nautilus gets the kill, so it wasn't a complete loss. I would have preferred that he didn't get the shutdown, but what can you do? Anyway, while I'm dead, I'm going to fast forward through this because nobody wants to experience my death because it's very sad. The death of a ninja is a crime against us all. Anyway, I've got a Giant's belt, so I'm going to be trading a lot more. Um, and I'm also going to take a bit more punishment than usual. Um, I'm going to end up getting an early Spirit Visage just because I really want to match Vlad's Vlad's sustain, even though that's practically impossible against Vlad. I go ahead and trade back in on that guy because he can't really do much at this point because I do too much damage. And now I'm starting to win the trades against him because there's not a whole lot he can do. I go ahead and use my I go ahead and just kill the big creep, even if it means that I get dealt a bit of damage. I go ahead and I'm missing so much CS at the turret. I just don't want Vlad to get a kill though. Again, I figure I don't want to get greedy. I don't want to get too greedy for CS to the point where it'll kill me. So at this point, I feel like it's safer to do golems, so I go ahead and do that. So let's fast forward again. Once more, it's with Shen. There's not a whole lot to commentate. It's just all about ult placement and ult timing and everything. And I felt like in this game I got a pretty firm grasp on Shen's mechanics. Other than that, as I say that, I miss a taunt, and because I'm the most professional player in all of North America. So I go ahead and try to be, but Vlad's a dick, so he decides not to let me. But then he like overextends for a creep wave. And now I use my ultimate there because I know that Zed would have probably tried to clone over the wall if I hadn't. And also because Nautilus is a super aggressive bro, and I know that he's going to try something like this because he is a super crazy bro. And I don't know why he tried to fight a shielded Caitlyn, but, you know, I guess whatever makes you happier. Also, I don't know why the hell this Caitlyn has Ghost, but whatever. Now this Nautilus turned on Caitlyn right there. I'm getting more and more health, so this Vlad sooner or later is not going to be able to fight me. Sorry about that little tangent there. I didn't remember that I had spawned so quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through all this. They get one of the first turrets of the game, and I go ahead and keep split pushing because I know that my ultimate will probably be up soon. The thing is, one thing I want to mention now that I know it is that whenever you're playing Shen and you don't have your ult up, you probably want to go ahead and just join your team, just because of the fact that you're not going to be able to provide that global map presence, like the what's it called? I go ahead and just dash through Maokai, and he can't really stick on to me. He already slowed me with his when he used his bind. So I'm gonna go ahead and back off, get my Warmogs, get a little bit of. I actually don't have enough for my MR yet. I was gonna go ahead and get a Spirit Visage, but that ended up being not unnecessary because of the fact that my Warmogs defended against quite a bit of Vlad's damage, even when he had all that magic pen. See, like right there, I can go ahead and just heal off the damage as quickly as he dealt it, and all that sustain is just making it so the trade from Vlad was pretty much worthless. And now I'm starting to trade more on this Vladimir a little more, and he can't really fight me. And right at this point, not a whole lot he can do, other than like try to equal out the trade. But even then, it's like I can just heal it off. Like, you're not even doing that much to me. Like, obviously, if I stay when I have like below 1,000 health or whatever, I'm going to die. But I had easily 3,000, so I felt confident enough to stay in lane for a pretty long time. Anyway, go ahead and fast forward through all this because it's real boring, and I want to go ahead and fast forward to when I actually do stuff out of lane. And because nobody's really doing anything at this point, we're just kind of stalling because we can do that and win. Because we have Tristana and me and Gragas and Nautilus, and we're really strong late game. Yes, they have a Zed and a Vlad, but that's the extent of their late game. Whereas with us, we have 3 or 4 people that can do quite a bit late game. Especially with the added like utility of our team with like the ultimate from me and the ultimate from Gragas and Nautilus's whole kit basically. And Tristana's insane attack speed and high damage. So honestly, us stalling like this really isn't the end of the world. I was paying attention to bottom lane, and as you're going to see, they're going to have kind of a bad initiation because Vlad kind of gets caught there and can't really do much. And he ults only one person, which is never what you want to do with Vlad, especially on the tank. Like, if you had ulted on somebody like Gragas or something, or Caitlyn, or something like that, then would have ended a lot better. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and chase Janna because I'm a team player and I only like to kill one person. So I went ahead and just cleaned up that Janna right there. We're going to go ahead and just push down mid, and I don't think we get Baron this quickly. I think we know that we can push this turret down, so we decided to go ahead and do that. I don't recall if we... because this Caitlyn does like no damage, so we're not really afraid of her. But I am afraid of Maokai and her, so I go ahead and dash away. So we're going to go ahead and... I'm stepping on traps like everywhere and pretending like I'm not going anywhere. And we're just going to fast forward through this, and I get some attack speed because my next item after Spirit Visage is a Wit's End because fuck Vladimir. And I'm just trying to see how much I can fight Vlad, and it turns out that we're kind of going to be equal in terms of how much damage we're taking. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep pushing this because I have my ultimate up again. And this Vladimir is just kind of doing nothing. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep pushing this, and he's not really going to do anything to me other than like do a bunch of damage because that's what Vlad does. Honestly, if I'm going to speak plainly, Shen versus Vlad is one of the most boring lane matchups ever if Shen knows what he's doing, which I didn't, but you know, again, one of the first times I had fought Vlad as Shen. And that is kind of a different way of playing, in all honesty. So I'm going to go ahead and get that big creep. Going to keep pushing like this because pushing is my friend. I still have my ultimate. They're almost like done with the game. Like we're pretty much cleaning this up. Also, Nautilus like just pushes up that much, and for some reason he gets mad at me for not ulting him, and I'm like, dude, you were like alone. You were over here. There was no reason to ult because then I would have just died too because everyone had already backed off. And then he's like, you had taunt and I had ulti. And I'm like, but that wouldn't have killed anyone. That would have just made it so you died slower, which really wouldn't have accomplished anything. So anyway, besides all that, I'm going to go ahead and keep farming. And I'm paying attention to everywhere on the map and making sure that Tristana doesn't get herself killed because she was all alone down there. I'm going to go ahead and keep fast forwarding through this because there's not a whole lot that happens from here to then. And let's keep this up. So now they need like 2 people, and as a result, they need 2 people to fight me. As a result, they can keep on pushing, but I don't exactly know why they're not doing that. They make the power play of going bottom and pushing down that. Good on them for doing that because honestly, I think that's probably one of the safest courses of action at this rate. So Gragas gets a little greedy for Janna there. As a result, I go ahead and try to ult onto the Gragas. He flashes away without seeing the shield, and I don't know why he did that, but I decided to go ahead and tank the ultimate there. Unfortunately, Gragas gets ulted by Vlad, and so we have to go ahead and walk away from all this. Tristana goes ahead and jumps away because she's a bro. I go ahead and turn on this Vlad because fuck this Vlad and he's going to die now. Actually, no, he's not. What am I saying? I'm really high. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through all this again because not much happens again. Because that's kind of what a theme in this game is, not much happens, because that's what happens when you play Shen. So I go ahead and get my wits end, get some cloth, get a chain vest because at this rate, Caitlyn's the only thing doing damage to me. Probably on the next thing on my list would probably have been Randuin's, just because I wanted more health. Basically, this whole game is my whole build is like health the build. Except for the wits end, obviously, because I want to split push faster. I go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and use my. I'm gonna go ahead and get the wolves because I'm super awesome and super invincible because I'm Shen and I've been fed a bit. Honestly, I felt like we could probably contest this Baron because they couldn't really fight us. They're pinning themselves in like this, and that's really a bad idea on their part. I don't know why they did this, but now Caitlyn's going to have to flash to get out of that. Unfortunately, Gragas dies again, but he always gets focused. And then guess what? Tristana just kills everyone, because that's what she does. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for... I'm just pushing the Caitlyn away. I'm like trying to zone her from the team fight, because I don't want her to do consistent damage to our team. I know that I probably can't kill her, but I know that she can't kill me either. And that if she had continued to try to kill me, then what's it called? Tristana would have just like killed her straight up. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and taunt when the damage is done, and the damage had been done, and now Tristana's legendary because that's what happens when you don't put a Tristana behind. Yeah, like, what's it called? Zed and Vlad, like, always ult Gragas and always kill him. And honestly, he's not more important than Tristana, because if he had went ahead and ulted Tristana every time, we would have lost a lot of our damage. And then we would have been pretty bad off. And, well, honestly, I think that wouldn't have mattered just because of the fact that, what's it called? We were already pretty ahead, and what's it called? Oh no, the Tristana's gonna die. So Tristana finally dies, so we have to get out. I have to finally flash because most of the time I would have had to just dash through something, but I knew that they would have probably tried to keep going for me if I hadn't done that. So anyway, let's just keep pushing this. And what's it called? Everyone's like getting all angry at each other. Caitlyn didn't do damage. Zed did have a point in that whole fact. I don't know why everyone always fights. I don't like fighting. Even if someone does something stupid, I say it to myself, and then I'm like, whatever. There wasn't a whole lot I could do there. I almost have 4,000 HP, and I just thought Tristana wanted red, but I guess she didn't. So, whatever. I go ahead and get a free red buff, and it's pretty sexy that I have one because now I can slow people in addition to taunting them. So, we go ahead and burn everything on Vlad because Vlad is going to die, and we decide that it's going to be the case. That was a really good wall on Anivia's part because if she hadn't done that, then I wouldn't have been able to. Then Vlad would have been able to juke me. I go ahead and kill the. What's it called? I go ahead and kill the Janna pretty effortlessly. We go ahead and keep pushing in here. There's not a whole lot they can do. We just snowballed out of control in this game. Diablo Destroyer took 2 ticks of the tower, and we end up killing the Nexus, and that's GG. Guys, go ahead and like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and that's the end of this Shen commentary. See you later, guys.